so lovely to be here tonight. What a beautiful life. Give yourself some round of applause. You're so lovely.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna answer the question honestly, from an intellectual standpoint. There's no way I could say that it's not about black people. The entire thing is about black people. So if I have to be honest, I have to say, it's about black people. But I have to emphasize that it's 100% not for black people. This is for consumption from other people. We don't need to be hammered over the head with our reality. Like, to see this, it feels like an outsider did it. It's like an outsider. It's like if you dropped in from another planet and then you watch somebody like fast forward 150 years of America, and then this is what they would show you, because it's detached from it. It doesn't have the fact that the primary person involved in it is still executing the violence as a proxy for America, means that they kind of remove themselves from it, the way I felt. You feel what I mean? So it's like, even though it's made by a black person, it's about black people in a like, come peek your head through the cage and look at this kind of sense. That's a crude metaphor, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It don't feel like it's catering. Like, if we talking to us, we already understand this, we experience this. We're looking for some type of depth of insight or understanding to help you cope with it, not just to get beat over the head with the reality of it. You know what I mean? And again, that doesn't mean that it can't be sincere or whatever. I'm just saying that the feel of it just felt like it was about us, but from an outsider standpoint. So that I had to say A, but it could never be B. And if I said C, it would bleed into the A answer, meaning that I felt like it was an exercise in something else, but I gotta be real. I gotta start speculating and being presumptuous if I get in all the way into that. So my honest answer, long story short, is A. It's about black people.
For me, when I see the mixture of black art and entertainment, and then the violence that is immediately connected to it, for me, that's what came out the most for me, is to see that a lot of black history involves how much we affect culture in an artistic way, and how many examples of just beautiful art that we have, but it's always mixed, commingled with violence, death, because our art doesn't in any way eliminate our social consequence.
But hold up though, so are you saying that it's for black people or about black people, or neither? Is this the neither answer that you're giving, or is it one of the A or B's?
I think it's about black people. That's what I think. Because about implies object. And that's what I see with this. We are kind of the objects. Another thing that I get from the video is how trivial we seem to be. Like the way he intermixed very serious things with trivial things.
But hold up. You say how trivial we seem to be. Are you saying how trivial we seem to be to the artist, or how trivial we are in just the scope of America?
The scope of America.
Okay.
That's what I mean. How we can be such a big influence and a driving force, but at the same time, tragedy, horror can be intermixed, and I don't think people I think people can see them in the same light.
Yeah, see, this is the thing though. That's part and parcel of the whole black experience. Like, you can't have a black contribution to anything without the tragedy and the horror and all that stuff. And like, as far as the other side, I think they quite enjoy all the black suffering. They don't got no problem watching. That's why I feel like this is about black people, not for them. Because I feel like other folks, when we talking about our condition, it's fine as long as we don't rise above the condition. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't nothing revolutionary in there. There's nothing that would make somebody get up and be like, we gonna go get something started. It's just looking at us suffer. So I feel like if you one of the powers that be, nothing about that should bother you. You're like, yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
You niggas suffering. Yeah, that's how I go. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing in there that would scare you. So you can kind of applaud it and act like it's some kind of insight or, oh wow, that's really whatever. But it doesn't really force you to confront anything. It's just reminding you of what you see every day. That shit look like your local news. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I mean, that's not really contrary to anything you just said. I don't want to veer too far off on it. I'm just saying, man, you know, it's just a lot of folks is comfortable with black suffering. But I wonder, just curious, just speculating, if, because it's a whole different message, right? If the main character in the video, you know, it happens to be childish, but it could be anybody. If the main character in the video is black and he's murking a white dude playing a banjo and then he murk a evangelical white choir, it changes the context of everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the decision not to do it means something.
What do you think about the ending when he's running?
Ooh.
Because that was very interesting to me.
You want me to keep it funky?
Yeah.
All right. The fact, and I'm just going to refer to him as the main character because I'm not going, you know what I mean? The main character in the video, the primary person in the video who shot the man in the beginning, who sprayed up the choir, to me was supposed to be a proxy for America. The fact that it's a black man seems like a black man almost fantasizing about being that thing within America because he does all the acts of violence on us that America does. And then at the end, it's like somebody strips away the veil and you get reminded, no, you still a nigga.
Right.
So
right.
no more pretending, nigga.
That's
So you know what I mean? So you got to get your shit off, and then now it's like, we finna come get your black ass. Yeah. So it seemed like a fantasy of somebody that's like, I wish I could do this fucking shit.
See, I thought you was gonna go way more intellectual. I was like,
no, sir.
Okay. All right.
Nah, I felt like it was just dead on. Like, you thought you was gonna get away with this, but no. But that's also kind of a person that's like, man, see, I'm trying to stay away from reading into intentions too much. I want to stay on what happened. So just interpreting what happened to me, it's like, I wish I could do these things. I wish I could be on the other side of the gun, but I'm not. I'm black. And after this indulgence, I'm running off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Exactly. And that's the part that feels detached, because after you do all that as America, pick the fucking Uzi back up and murk them cops that was riding through the background or something. I'm just saying, symbolically speaking.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just saying there was, I don't know. See, this is the part where, because, you know, this is something, we talk about this. I don't want to get too far into saying what you would do with something, because that's not fair. You got to look at what they did, then talk about what they did. So I'm going to leave it at that, but it's about black people. Long story short, it's about black people. I don't feel like it's for black people. It's for non-black people to do the same thing they used to do when they watch Eyes on the Prize. They look at the shit, they get teary-eyed. They be like, oh, man, that's so messed up. Then they go right back to doing whatever the hell they was doing before they watched it, and they learn nothing.